Britain's Home Secretary is fired, and David Cameron returns to government. Mr. Cameron, the former Prime Minister, will be Foreign Secretary. Suella Braverman, a divisive figure seen as a champion of the hard right, lost her job after attacking London's police force. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak of Britain on Monday fired Suella Braverman, one of his most senior and divisive ministers, and a shuffle of his top team that brought one of his predecessors, David Cameron, unexpectedly back into government as the Foreign Secretary. Critics had argued that Ms. Braverman, who as Home Secretary had been responsible for law enforcement, immigration, and national security, had stirred tensions ahead of a huge, pro-Palestinian demonstration in London on Saturday, during which the police clashed with far-right counter-protesters. Though the removal of Ms. Braverman from her job had seemed likely since her article was published last week, Mr. Sunak appears to have delayed making the change for several days to carry out a long-awaited and wider shuffle of his cabinet. Ms. Braverman is widely viewed as a possible candidate to replace Mr. Sunak as party leader if he fails to win a looming general election, and her departure signals the deep challenges he confronts, including a stubborn double-digit deficit in opinion polls, a stagnant economy, and a restive party that senses its 13-year grip on power slipping. Here are the latest developments. Ms. Braverman was replaced at the Home Office by James Cleverly, who had held the position of Foreign Secretary, Downing Street said in a statement. Restoring Mr. Cameron to a senior post is an extraordinary turn for a former Prime Minister most remembered for calling the 2016 referendum that led to Britain's departure from the European Union. Mr. Cameron campaigned for Britain to remain in the EU, but when it voted to leave by a narrow margin, he resigned. The departure of Ms. Braverman follows the publication of an extraordinary opinion article in the Times of London in which she rebuked the city's main police force for deciding not to ban a pro-Palestinian protest march. That coincided with Armistice Day, when Britain commemorates those who fought in World War I and other conflicts.